What's up guys, it's Grimzag here with a video for Grimzag Does Miniatures. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your own armor plates from scratch. These are going to look really rough and ready, so they're ideal if you've got a zombie apocalypse going on, if you're trying to do sort of a Mad Max style theme, or if you've just got a post-apocalyptic junkyard going on throughout your miniatures. So let's get straight into it. First up, you're going to need a few tools. You're going to need some plastic card. Now the stuff I use for my armor plates is 40,000ths of an inch thick. I'm not sure what that works out as in millimeters. I'll put it up on the screen. Then you're going to need some plastic rod. The stuff I've used for this is 1.2mm thickness. Again, with this you can use whatever thickness you want. The smaller it is, the smaller your rivets on your armor plate will be. Pin vise. Mine's got about a 2mm drill bit in it, I believe. You're going to want either some scrap cloth or a piece of tissue paper or kitchen towel just to catch rivets so they don't fly off. And you're going to want a needle file. You're going to need something to cut your plastic card. I'm using metal shears. I've seen people use scissors. Some people like to snap it with a craft knife. Speaking of which, you're going to need a sharp modelling knife with a fresh blade. You're also going to need, and this is a weird one, a foot filing tool. Now, I've tried to look it up. I can't find out what these are called. The one I have is stainless steel. It looks like a cheese grater that you're meant to use on dead skin on your feet. Pretty gross, I know, but we're not going to be using it for that. All in all, my one cost me, I think, about £2 from a local pharmacy. You're also going to need some liquid poly cement glue. For this I've used Tamiya extra thin. You can use whatever you want. The thinner the better for this job though, because you're not doing anything really structural. You don't need anything thick and gloopy messing up your lines. Once you've got all that together, first you're going to take your plastic card. You can see I've got a little off cut from elsewhere as well. You're going to cut it up into shapes. Because I'm just making the plates and I'm not trying to fit any specific hole, I'm just cutting them into random shapes here. Then once you've got them all trimmed up nicely with your cutting tools, you're going to use your foot filing tool to rough up the edges and the surface of the model. Effectively, this thing's like a cheese grater that will carve into the plastic and leave little scratches and gouges all over the edges, which is ideal for this rough technique that you're going for. Once you've roughed all the edges up, you're going to notice you've got some furring around all of the edges of your plastic. So take your needle file that you've got and just slightly tidy it up. You don't need to do a great job, you just need to take some of the fuzzy bits off. And so it's done, you've got your basic armor plates. So we're going to attach them together. You use your liquid poly along the edges and glue them together in whatever pattern seems good to you. Doesn't matter if they go together exactly, these are rough armor plates after all. We're going to assume that they've used measurement by eye rather than actually making sure anything fits. Put this one on top of it just to get some depth going on. Then once all of these are glued together, you're going to put this out of the way for a while. You're going to take your plastic rod, you're going to be very careful with it. Now I'm going to use a Stanley knife here just purely because that's what I'm used to using, it's what I've grown up using. You're going to chop off slivers of your plastic rod to make little rivets. I've put the cloth here to sort of work as a catch, because occasionally you'll cut this and it'll fling off all over the place. You can cut, well, with my Stanley knife I can cut up to about 6 or 7 pieces of rod at once and for each cut get 7 rivets. I've got a little pot here with all the ones already pre-prepared. Once you've cut enough rivets for what you're working on, you're going to take your ultra thin poly cement, you're going to put it on the area you want. Then pick up the rivet with the very tip of your knife and just slowly tap it onto the area you want the rivet to be. as you can see, it's sort of stuck on there. Then I'm going to skip forward because I'm going to do this over the whole model. Once all of those are done, give your model a bit of a quick coat of poly cement just to tie. This will be thin enough that you won't see a lot of damage to the surface, but it doesn't really matter because you're going to have scratched it up anyway. And it'll settle around the bases of each of your rivets and give like an almost welded on effect. You can do this with, if you want some variants, you can change some of the circular plastic rods for bigger stuff, maybe do some squares, maybe some triangles. Heck, I've seen a couple of people do hex bolts using octagonal rod. Doesn't matter, really can let your imagination go wild with it. And then once it's dry, here you go, there's one armour plate done. That's quick, you can do it in about 5 minutes. It'll take a little bit longer to do an entire vehicle, but then that's half the fun of it, isn't it? Okay guys, that's all from me today. I'll see you next time. Happy modelling. Have a good one.